Here's another wonderful, famous quote. Well, maybe not famous. Infamous, let's say. From Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. Before you go outside and criticize the world, make sure your room is clean. If we break that down right, I don't know if anybody's seen this particular speech from this, he's like a retired Navy general. Don't quote me on that, but he's ex-military, right? He's retired. He's got he's having a speech on his dedication, his accomplishments, what it took to achieve to get to where he's at, right? And one of the things that the gentleman mentions, as Jordan Peterson does, is that before he left his house every single day, he made sure that his bed was made. And why was that? It was because that even at the end of a shitty day, if the day he had was shitty, he at least was able to come home to a made bed. And sometimes when life is too chaotic for us to handle, we need some order in our lives. And sometimes that order is a made bed. Now, to go back to what Dr. Peterson is saying, he in his book 12 Rules to Life, he talks about how you need to have, or you don't need to have, but you should have rather, a clean room before you criticize the world. Because a room is almost it's almost a physical manifestation of what's going on in our mind, our place of residence, where we reside, the place that we call home. For some in particular, because he speaks to young men. Most men don't own a home. They don't have a place of their own. His audience is typically 18 to 25-year-old men, which are people who are just graduating from high school, just entering the workforce, heading out to college, whatever the case is, right? The place that you call home, the place where you lay your head at night, is a physical manifestation of your internal state. If you come home to a room that's messy, you got clothes on the floor, you got fucking a messy ass bed, you got laundry that needed to be folded 2 weeks ago, more than likely your life, this isn't always, right? This is just generally speaking, more than likely your life is a bit chaotic. And you need to apply some order to it, because we go about our day without really realizing how unconscious we are. We're almost on autopilot 80% of the time, unless you intentionally are present. And it's a skill that is learned. It's something that you have to practice, being present. The way I was introduced to it was breathing, bringing my attention back to my breath. There was a time in my life where I was kind of acclimating to my place in the world, where I didn't really have a direction. I was kind of just, it felt as if I was floating through the ether, directionless. And it was a really dark time in my life, and I had never experienced the feeling of being overwhelmed. And I really didn't, at the time I didn't know what it was. Hindsight is 2020, but the way I attacked the root of the problem was, what's happening in my body? What's happening to my body physically when I have these moments of being overwhelmed, right? My breathing pattern is increased and my breaths become shallow. It's almost like I'm hyperventilating. And I become conscious of that. And I'm like, oh fuck. Or I was like, oh fuck. You know, I feel like I can't breathe. And then it feels like, it almost feels like, the only way I know how to really describe it is it's like a fight or flight situation. And usually what happens is if you don't know how to control your breathing, your heart rate starts to increase. And when your heart rate increases, your body thinks that it needs to go in a fight or flight situation. And so your body releases adrenaline, and you have an adrenaline dump, and you don't even, you're having these adrenaline dumps when you don't really need them. But those feelings, those uncomfortable feelings that your body gives you are for a reason. They're not just happening for no reason. Your body is very in tune with what you should be doing. And if you're not doing what you're doing, the only way it knows how to communicate to you is to send you a fucking signal. And sometimes that signal is a fucking adrenaline dump. And I follow this guy named Wes Watson. He says he kind of says it perfectly. It's a notification for self-preservation. Your body realizes it's fucking like you're almost dying. You're not living. You're just existing. And like I've said before, you're never in a state of stillness. You're either continuously progressing or regressing. Just like how we always, we're moving forward in this world. Time doesn't stop for anybody. Your progression in life is the same way. You're either progressing or regressing. And at the time, I was very much going backwards, man. But I went the physical route. I realized what was happening to my body. I understood that in order to gain control of my own body, I needed to, one, take control of my breath, which will in turn take control of my heart rate. And if I can control those things, I can control myself in any situation, any stressful situation, uncomfortable situation, whatever the case is. And that's the first step. The second step is assessing what exactly is going on in my life that's making me feel this way. And when you start to pinpoint these things, you got to start somewhere, right? You got to start. You have to set out a plan. And my advice to you, or to anybody, would be to clean your fucking room, bro. Make sure that your life is in order at home. That way, if at the end of the day, if nothing is going right, you can come home to a clean space, and the chaos of the world does not enter the order of your inner dwelling or external dwelling. Because like I said, your place of residence, the place where you lay your head at night, is an external manifestation of your internal state. Which is why, kind of how I was talking about in my last video, how if we judge a lot of people on their presentation and the way that they look externally, because we know that a great physique takes discipline and a lot goes into having a great physique. So we respect that. Same way we respect a clean home, because we know that it's not easy to have a nice put together place. Once it becomes a habit, then it becomes easy for sure. But you got to start somewhere, bro. You got to start somewhere. And that's kind of how I felt today when I was working out. I had squats today. I just finished at the gym. I had a 4x5, 325, which is 3 plates and a 5. And man, I love the squat, man. I don't know. There's nothing like overcoming the internal struggle that goes on in my mind, because today, for example, right, my third and fourth set, I mean, I knew I could do it because it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fucking easy. I didn't record because the gym that I went to today was it's one of the smaller ones, and I really didn't just feel like putting up with all that fucking tripod bullshit. So I was like, oh fuck, I'm about to get stuck in an intersection, bruh. Okay. Yeah, I really didn't feel like putting up with all that tripod bullshit today, so I was like, I'm just gonna hit my workout. But one thing that I noticed is that when I'm about to hit my set, I have to center myself, because it's almost a little overwhelming feeling that weight on my back and trying to rush things. There's one thing that I hate, man, and it's fucking being rushed. I hate that shit. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, you know, you gotta rush through some things, but if I have the preference to either take my time, you know, relatively speaking, not fucking dragging ass, but if I can do things at a nice tempo, and, you know, nice tempo, maximum efficiency or maximum effort, I'd rather go that route than having to rush through some shit. So when I'm under the squat bar, man, a lot of people describe certain hobbies or certain activities as, you know, being timeless. For me, working out is my timeless. There's no other feeling in the world. I mean, aside from a couple other things, but there's no better feeling than gripping the bar, getting under it, you know, getting myself locked in, lifting that shit up, and just banging that shit out one rep at a time, man. When I'm in a working set, I almost feel like time is non-existent. There's just me, the weight on my back, and the explosiveness that I send through my body to lift that fucking weight. And that's why I love weightlifting, because it's so euphoric. It's for me personally, it's a place, the weight room is a place where time is non-existent. And, you know, one day I want to open up my own gym. Hopefully I'll have enough money saved up. I'll be making enough money to where training will be my full-time job, man. That is the goal, or at least that's where my vision is at this moment in time. And I know I'll get there one day. I mean, obviously I got to set up a plan. It's not just gonna happen, you know, mindlessly, but that is my vision. It's just a matter of figuring out how to get from point A to point B. But it will happen. I guarantee it. Yeah, man, the fucking squat, nothing like it, bro. Nothing like it. I'm excited to, I want to record the next leg day and bench day, because I have, it's going to be low rep, heavy weight, but at the very last set, I have an AMRAP. It's a set where you do as many reps as possible, AMRAP. And I don't know, man, these weights have just been feeling smooth, man. Super buttery. And all I gotta say is I'm pushing fucking weight right now. And usually this time during my program is when I start to kind of get a little discouraged, because my body always feels fucking shot. I'm fatigued because my nervous system is being, you know, stimulated pretty consistently. I don't know. I don't want to say it's like a depression that hits, but you know, my mind does get fucking foggy, it feels like, and I just got to make sure that I'm resting, which I have been, getting the proper amount of nutrition, and I don't know, I'm just feeling really good right now. This is the time where I prove to myself that I'm not a fucking bitch. And because I have quit. I'm not gonna lie, I've quit about halfway through because shit doesn't feel right and I don't want to hurt myself, and you know, I'm like, fuck this, I'll just restart the program, take some time off, do what I want to do, you know what I mean, as far as the gym goes. But right now I'm feeling locked in. I can't wait to finish this fucking program and then start the cut, because it's going to be fucking crazy. I guarantee you that. And I'm gonna bring everybody along with me. So looking forward to that, bruh. Today is Monday, so I hope everybody had a wonderful Monday. Started the week off right. I know I did. I was fucking cleaning my room, bruh. Not literally, but you know, I was cleaning up at the house. I cleaned the kitchen, did laundry, cleaned my living room. Yesterday I was working on the yard. Oh, Saturday I watched Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Great fucking movie, dude. I was really surprised at how good that fucking movie was. I still need to see the first one, Into the Spider-Verse, but my bad. But yeah, man, that shit was amazing. That shit was amazing. What else? What else do I got going on? Shit, I'm at 48 subscribers, bro. Shout out to everybody who subscribed. If you haven't, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please do so. I really appreciate, you know, the support. Anybody who interacts with these videos, who leaves a comment, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I just want to spread love, positivity, motivation to whoever I can reach, and you know, if that happens to be you, bruh, I appreciate the love. I'm calling it a day. I'm about to get my daughter, go home, enjoy the rest of the evening with my family, and shit, get ready to do it all tomorrow, bruh. Trying to think if there's anything else. That's all I got. That's all I got. Yeah, fuck it. Wednesday I got back, and then shit, I might get a workout in tomorrow. I have some overtime, so they might make me take an extended lunch, so we'll see, bro. In any case, I'm killing these fucking workouts. I'm telling you, bro, cut's gonna be insane. So be there. I don't really give a fuck. If you are here though, I'll fuck with you. I'll see y'all tomorrow, Wednesday. I hope everybody has a wonderful Monday. See y'all.